All right, so let's go ahead and take a look now that you've gone over the vocabulary. All right, so our article is called Too Sick to Go to School? Send in the robots. So I wonder what this means. Has there already been a problem stated? I think I see one just in the title. Too sick to go to school? So that might be a problem that there might be facing in this article. Is there a solution? Maybe. With this title, we can kind of see that it says send in the robots, so that might already have told us our problem and our solution. Now, a big thing with problem and solution is sometimes there's a cause to that problem. So as we read today, we're going to be looking to see if we can find a cause to our problems and our solutions. See, we have some text features here. One would be a picture. So it looks like two girls are sitting here. It might be in a classroom, and there's some sort of screen here with a person's face on it. So I wonder what's that gonna have to do with this article. All right. During social studies class, Jilly DeStefano acted like any other sixth grader at her school. She was lost in chatter with her good friends Melanie and Katie. Jilly, I like your hair, said Melanie, admiring her friend's neat brown pigtails. Suddenly, their teacher Melissa Finelli showed up. Jilly, did you get the classwork I emailed you? Finelli asked. Got it, answered Jilly. So I wonder why Jilly is she's getting emails of her classwork instead of doing it in class. It says Jilly wasn't actually in the classroom. She was a couple of miles away from her school, Octora Intermediate School in Pennsylvania. She was sitting at her dining room table at home. So, I'm wondering if this is going to relate back to our title. Because she's not at school right now, but she's having homework. So I wonder if this picture here is Jilly. So maybe Jilly might be too sick to go to school. I wonder what the cause of that could be. Let's continue. All right, we have a subtitle here that says perfect attendant. So I wonder what that means. Perfect attendant. Why would this be the title? Her friends and teacher had been talking to her image on an iPad. The tablet was on top of a skinny robot called a perfect attendant. Okay, so we know that our subtitle here is referring to the name of the robot. Basically, the device is a pole on wheels that Jilly controls from a computer at home. So that must mean that she is using this robot at school instead of going to school. The high-tech helper is one of more than 1,000 robots in America's classrooms. They are called remote presences or telepresence robots. Interesting. The robots allow kids like Jilly to go to school remotely. Now remember, remotely was one of our vocabulary words. So what does that mean? Are we talking about a remote control? Or are we talking about maybe just going to school from a distance? They can take quizzes, goof around with friends, and even go to lunch or on field trips. So this solution sounds really awesome. And then it looks like we have a text feature here. So this is an image, and then the image even has a description. I believe the other one did too. We just didn't go through it. So this is image 2. Looks like Jilly's at a table at home, possibly doing some schoolwork and talking with friends through that robot. Sometimes I'm too tired to actually go to school, said Jilly. Since she was very young, Jilly has had an illness that makes her feel very tired. So her body's cells are not able to make energy properly. By 3rd or 4th grade, Jilly was spending more time at home than in class. A teacher came to give her lessons at home. So when the school asked her last year if she would test out the robot, Jilly and her family loved the idea. So far we have talked about our solution, which they have given us, is our robot. And we knew we found the problem when it sounded like the title said someone was too sick to go to school. And guess what? We've even found the cause to that problem. So Jilly is that person who is too sick to go to school. And it says that she's too tired. Her body's cells are not able to make energy properly, which causes her to be too tired for school. So our cause so far, it sounds like, is her body cells are not able to make energy properly. Our problem is that she's too tired to go to school because of this illness she has. And so far, it sounds like our solution might be these computers. So let's go ahead and continue and read more. When she saw it, she said, "Hey, it's cool. Oh my gosh, it looks like me." Paul San Francisco is the director of technology at Owen J. Roberts School District. 2 kids in this district use the robots. One just had heart surgery and the other is in the hospital. He said that technology is a natural for the kids. They walk the robot from class to class as if their actual friend were there. They wave to her when she comes down the hall, he said. Now we have another subtitle here. Students with chronic illness won't feel left out. So I wonder if they may be talking about more students than just Jilly. Around the country, some students are using their robots for more than just class time. They might use it to attend school choir practice or go along on field trips. Several years ago, a student in South Carolina dressed up her robot in a tutu and pink ribbons. Can you imagine going to class with your friend who is remotely going to school? For Jilly, the robot lets her stay home on the days when she needs to save her strength. That way, she will have enough energy to go to school activities. Now, if you weren't sure about the solution, this definitely gives you your solution here to her problem. So the robot lets her stay home whenever she can't go to school. She doesn't have to miss floor hockey or flute practice, for example. Ashley DeStefano is Jilly's mother. She said conserving energy lets Jilly recover enough to do fun things and be a kid. Jilly loves school, DeStefano said, and she was sad when she had to be taught alone at home. She was just bummed, said DeStefano. She always felt left out. Jilly is an animal lover, and her favorite classes are art and science. Her goal is to become a veterinarian or to rescue sloths in the Amazon rainforest. Sloths are her favorite animal. All right, and then we have a third image here. So let's think about what could be happening in this image. You're going to be answering that question later. So this is the photo it's going to refer to. What can you infer based on what we've read so far and what you already kind of know? What do you think is happening in this photo? All right. But first, Jilly has to learn about ancient Egypt and social studies. She attended the class with her robot at her school desk, while she sat in front of her computer at home. Working with her friends, Melanie and Katie, Jilly researched facts about Egypt. The girls chatted and Jilly made a thumbs-up sign from time to time. Finelli, her teacher, leaned in to check on their progress. All right, it says the occasional glitch, and glitch was one of our vocabulary words. Keep that in mind as we read. What is a glitch? Finelli said there are sometimes glitches with the robot, but overall, it has been great for Jilly's schoolwork. A few minutes before class was over, Melanie guided Jilly's robot to her next class. The pair hadn't even reached her desk when a teacher asked, "Jilly, do you have that article printed out yet?" Science class was starting for Jilly and her robot too. And that's the end of our article here. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of editing on here so that we can work together to build our main idea. Remember, the main idea is the message that the author is trying to get across. When we're trying to build a main idea from a cause, problem, solutions, then we can use these sentence stems. So let's go ahead and do the cause of the problem. So remember when we read that the cause for Jilly not being able to go to school is she was too sick. So I'm going to delete here and I'm going to fill in the cause of the problem is that Jilly has an illness that makes her very tired. We'll say that the problem is that Jilly has to attend school remotely and away from her friends because of her illness. Now, the solution to that problem is the robot. So, Jilly can attend classes live by using a robot. Use a robot to attend school. So, now that we've made our statements here, this is what we can use to build our main idea. All I'm going to do is just delete, put these statements together, and look at this. We have our whole main idea right here. We have the cause of the problem is that Jilly has an illness that makes her very tired. The problem is that Jilly has to attend school remotely away from her friends. The solution is Jilly can attend classes live by using a robot. Now, we have gotten a whole main idea statement. This is exactly what the author is trying to get across. So we will continue to work on building these main ideas by using these sentence stems. I know this is new, guys, but you guys are going to get it in no time.